Welcome back to my humble little speed shed. I'm Drew, maker of the Fat Boy Spin on These wheels, or the Spin on These Fat Boy wheels. Today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to swap a through axle for a quick release axle on our disc hub set. If you have more than one bike with more than one type of braking, this one pair of wheels does it all. Huge performance, aerodynamic, super fat profile wheels that you can run in your road bike or you can run in your disc bike. Brake both ways, multiple axle choices. Anyway, let's get down to how you do it. The hub here right now is built up with a 142 by 12mm through axle. Now to swap this for one of these, 135 quick release axle or 130 road axle, it's the same thing. So to remove the through axle, you need two 17mm wrenches. Okay, there are flats on both sides of the through axle, and you just align these with your wrench and unscrew it. So I've got my two wrenches on, and removing the axle is as simple as just releasing that torque, and then it should be a matter of just with your fingertips unscrewing the non-drive side axle end. That it comes off like that, and this axle then just pushes out through the free hub and comes straight out. Okay, so to install the road axle, it'll probably arrive like that, and you just unscrew the non-drive end. The drive side end of the axle is always with a little rubber seal here. That's to seal and help protect the bearings in the free hub from weather ingress. Okay, so that always goes through the free hub. Here's the free hub. On the outboard side, that's the side that doesn't have these little teeth that stick out. These are the drive pawls, and these are what enable you to freewheel. If you've taken the free hub off when changing axles, do be sure that the washer is still in place. Normally this will stick by the force of the grease that we put inside the drive mechanism inside there. It may have come off on the back of this, but it's very important that this little thing here, that is a washer that separates the two bearings in the hub and the free hub from making direct contact to each other. If you don't have this little washer in place, those bearings are going to interfere with each other and you'll lose the ability to freewheel. You could damage your hub severely. So always look out for that. If it's fallen on the floor, you'll need to find it. Pop that back on the axle so that it's in between the free hub and the hub. And then it's just a case of sliding your axle back through the hub center. Give it a little wiggle if it's a little bit tight, and then as you engage the free hub with the drive ratchet that's inside the hub, you'll find that you hit a block here and it's not fully home. So what you need to do is you just need to turn this in the reverse direction, give it a little wiggle, and it will go home fully. There you go. Make sure the seal around the free hub is nicely flush with the hub flange. Okay, again, that's protecting all the internal drive mechanism from mud and water ingress when you're out having fun on the road or the trails or wherever. So there you go, there's the axle end. Hold that in place, and all we need to do now is screw that back up. You just use your fingers until you feel resistance, and at this point you need two 5mm hex wrenches, which I've got here. So two 5mm hex wrenches. These are sometimes called Allen keys. 5mm is the standard. You need two of those. You pop one in one axle end. You pop the other one in the opposite axle end. When you've got them finger tight, all you need to do to torque them up is literally a very small movement. I'll try and show it to you. It's literally that kind of movement. It's probably about a 64th or 128th of one revolution. That's all you need, and there you go. You've successfully swapped over from a through axle to a quick release axle, and of course going the opposite way from the quick release axle to the through axle, it's the same process. And also for cleaning your drive system, checking it after you've been through a big winter of rides, always a good idea to pull the free hub off and give it a clean, re-lube it if necessary. That's how easy it is. Hopefully that made sense and hopefully you found that helpful. Okay, and for changing the axles on the front hub, we make this front disc hub with 3 different axle types. That's a quick release road axle, or as you can see installed in here is a 12mm through axle, and we also do 15mm through axle. And changing these is just simply a matter of pulling them off. They're literally just push fit. That's what one looks like when it's out. And then just reinserting it by pushing it back in. So listen, the disc hub set is really versatile because of the multiple axle choices it gives you. It also, of course, gives you the opportunity to mount a disc rotor to brake with a disc braking bike. And if you take those disc rotors off, you can still brake very efficiently with the dark matter pads that are available from us on the rim. So there you go, very versatile wheels. If you're watching this video because you've already bought a pair and you wanted to figure out how to do what we've just done, congratulations, you made a really wise choice. Thanks for watching, and as always, thanks for riding.